So it's been a long time since I hit you guys with a grooming video. I do apologize, but I have a ton of them that I just recorded for you guys, so don't worry. So today I'm going to be talking about natural deodorants because a lot of people have actually been talking about it and a couple people have been asking me about it. So I decided to try out a couple different brands, bring them all to you, and pretty much tell you about them, like how they perform. So run my music real quick. Alright, so the first one that I kinda got. Okay, wait a minute. Let's pause this video real quick. So, real quick, there's an importance to why I chose to talk about natural deodorants. Not only are they better for you, but study shows that when you wear regular deodorant, they actually don't work how they're supposed to work. What do I mean by that? So, unnatural deodorants, not only do they block your pores and prevent you from sweating, they also have harmful chemicals that enter your body. Now, when you wear natural deodorants, they're actually not really meant to make you stop sweating. So that's going to sound a little weird. Now, the sweating is what causes the odor, but sweating is actually essential. Like, you need to sweat. So it'll block some sweat, but for the most part, it'll still allow you to sweat. But it's going to have some natural things that's obviously going to try to block the odors, but at the same time, it's not harmful for you. So that is why it's very important to start using natural deodorants versus unnatural deodorants, because you're not putting toxins in your body. You're allowing your body to sweat. And like I said, you're not hurting yourself. So that's my little take. Let's go back to the video. It was actually something from a black-owned company that I use a ton of their products. And the company I'm talking about is Evan Alexander. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was really hard for me because when I first tried it, I had a little bit more cons than pros, and I normally don't like talking bad about black-owned companies. I'm not gonna lie, I normally don't like doing that. But I always wanna be honest and transparent with you guys and just tell you how I feel. This might work better out for somebody else, but for me, it didn't perform very well. So the first con I had on this is it's actually pretty rough. I'm used to, putting stuff in my underarms that's really smooth. And your underarms are pretty tender, so you don't want to put something rough. So what I found out is if you add some water on it and you apply, it does feel a little bit better than just applying it dry. And pretty much a lot of that stuff that's out there that we've been using for years are bad for our underarms. And I know I've gotten to some points where my underarms actually start hurting or they felt really just weird. And normally it's due to all the toxins that are in that stuff. So the pro to this, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have too many pros to say about this one. And this one is the crisp version. I don't know if the other versions are a little bit better, but I pretty much tested this out 3 different ways. So I did everyday wear, so me just wearing it, going to work, not really sweating too much. I did a gym test, and I also did a kind of mid-sweat, so I did like a light workout and just sweated a little bit just to see how it performed. Now, when it came to the everyday wear, it didn't perform that great because I still got some kind of odor. When I did the gym, it performed very, very bad because I got a lot of odor. And when I sweated just a little bit, I still got a lot of odor. So I feel like this one, when I applied it a little bit heavier, it did perform a little bit better, but not well enough to get rid of the odor for me, because I sweat a lot when I get going. So if you're somebody that doesn't sweat too much, it might work out for you pretty well, but if you sweat as much as I do when you get going, this is not the one for you. I love everything Evan Alexander makes, but this deodorant, this is the first thing that I've tried that really didn't work out for me. So this is the first one that I've tried, is the Evan Alexander. My deodorant is crisp. And it wasn't really the cheapest one either. It was a little bit higher on the list as far as the cost, but they were all pretty similar on the cost. Now, the next one I tried is Schmidt. So this is kind of a bigger company. They carry these in a lot of places retail. I got this one specifically at Target. This one did work better than the Evan Alexander. And when I did the 3 tests, so the test that this really passed in was obviously the first test. So everyday wear, this performed very well. When I started sweating a little bit more, it didn't perform that great. When I did the gym test, it pretty much kind of fell under the Evan Alexander route, so it didn't do the best job in the Evan Alexander route. Now, as far as the overall scent of this does have a better scent too, so I did like this for the scent, but overall performance didn't really perform that well. So if I was to give these ratings 1 out of 10, Evan Alexander would get a 5. This one would get a 7. Alright, next one on the list, Method Man. So Method Man, this one definitely did have a better scent. This one is the Bergamot and Lime. This one does have a better scent. Everyday wear, this one performed better than the previous 2. But when it came to the last 2 tests, pretty much did the same thing. They didn't perform that well, kind of became non-existent. So this one, normally what I do is when you reapply or when you apply more, it does perform a little bit better, but it ends up being kind of in the Schmidt category. And this one actually costs a little bit more than the Schmidt, so I did expect this to perform a little bit better, and it did it. So I was a little disappointed with this too. These deodorants cost a little bit more than the average deodorant. They cost like twice, some even 3 times the amount of the money we pay for our deodorant, because I know some of us buy packs. So I really wasn't impressed by this one either, by Method Man. So, you know, a lot of times they say the more you pay, the better performance you get. In this case, I'm not gonna lie, in this case it was actually true. So the last one I've tried was the Native deodorant. This one was by far the most expensive out of everything else I have here, but this one did have the best performance. When it came to the everyday wear, it performed well. When it came to the sweating a little bit, it performed better. When it came to sweating a lot, it performed even better. Did this remove 100% of the odor like all the other bad deodorants do? No, but it did take out like 95% of it, so I could hardly smell anything. So Native deodorant by far, even though it was the most expensive, it definitely did perform the best. So personally, I feel like it was worth the money. Now, I did see that sometimes they have sales on these. Sometimes you can get a couple packs. The thing with deodorants, I don't know how crazy you guys go through deodorants, but I usually have a stick of deodorant for like 3 to 4 months before I finish a whole deodorant. Normally about 3 months, which means I'm probably using like 2, maybe 3 of these a year. So at the price point, it's not really killing my pockets that much. But out of all the deodorants I tried, this one definitely performed the best. Has a pretty good scent. They have a lot of different varieties. Native by far passed all 3 tests, so this is the one that I would highly recommend. Passed all the tests. Cost a little bit more than the other ones, but it did its job. Guys, let me know what you guys think about content like this. I do have more grooming videos coming. And by the way, this was not sponsored. This was just me trying out different deodorants, giving you guys more content. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what deodorant you guys use. Let me know which ones you guys want to try. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. Now, 3 things that help this channel out a great deal. So the first thing is liking this video. Second thing is commenting. The third thing is, if you like the content that you just watched, please subscribe. And don't forget to smell stylish. See you guys next time.